you've clearly got a trajectory here. You're on a mission. So, what does this award now do and mean for you and for the next step?
Um, for me, it's primarily about confidence boosting, that validation that's like, oh, wow, I did that. Have to admit, there was a huge amount of satisfaction with kind of going onto my website and editing the bit about kind of like, UK-based HR consultancy to award-winning UK-based HR consultancy. That was quite fun. So hopefully that will help, help me reflect the credibility that I think I've started to build within the HR indie community and reflect that out towards a wider client base as well.
I think with these awards, some of them you think, oh, are they just sort of giving them out just to sort of get some money back and things? So I am careful about what I apply for. And so the HRI one, for example, doesn't cost anything to enter. You don't have to pay for an award ceremony. Okay, you can come to the conference, which is great anyway, but you don't have to. So I think that's really nice. And the Kingston one was similar. Like, you didn't have to be a member, you didn't have to pay anything to enter. So I think, yeah, you have to be selective on what you go for. But yes, there are some really good awards out there, and it just gives you that recognition. It is a bit, it takes time to do the application form, and you do feel slightly sort of big-headed, sort of having to sort of big yourself up on this thing. But why not? We've all done our own hard work and everything. So occasionally it's nice to, one, just recap on what you have achieved, and then two, to be recognised for that. Even if you're just a finalist, that's not the right way to say it, but it's great to be a finalist, let alone win. And it's great for your team to know that. And then obviously the recognition you get externally as well, because obviously you can then promote that on your social media and on your website, and it gives the clients more reassurance that there's some external credibility there, I think.
Such a lovely feeling, because as Charlotte sort of mentioned briefly before, it's a peer nominated award. So actually knowing that other people have seen what you do and like what you do and think that it adds value, when that comes from your HR peers, that really sort of means a lot. So I was very surprised, but very pleasantly surprised and really sort of thrilled and privileged, really, I guess, to have been nominated. But then, of course, I was trying to think, well, who's nominated me? Who are these people? I want to know who they are. What did they say exactly? But of course, you guys are completely stum about that and didn't breathe a word to me. And I was like, okay, so I'm not going to be allowed to know who it is that's put me forward. But in a way that makes it a bit more exciting, doesn't it? Because you go along to award things, and I knew I was on a short list, which was, to be honest with you, just to be on the short list was a privilege anyway, with the people that I was on the short list with. But of course you don't know until you get there whether you're actually going to win on the day. And I thought I might be one of those people, like they are at the Oscars when someone else wins and you see them very earnestly going, well done, to the other person, well done. But it wasn't, it was me. So it was great. It was a lovely feeling.